Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 11 of Moonshine and Music. I'm your host, Joe Shelton, and this is the Perfect Music Show. Before we get to our special guest for today, I want to tell you about June 30th. On June 30th, we're going to shoot 9 episodes of Moonshine and Music all in a row, and the general public is invited to join us. So please go to moonshineandmusic.com or our Facebook page or our Instagram or our Twitter and find the flyer. It'll tell you all the details about who's playing and what time everything starts, basically all day long. We're going to start in the morning and in the evening. You'll love it. You're going to be the studio audience behind the scenes at a real television show. Well, I guess it's a real television show, but you know, we like to think it is. It'll be really cool, and you're going to see some insights into these people, as well as insights into how we make the show. There's going to be food, drinks, music, and fun all for you. So go check it out at moonshineandmusic.com. All right, so today's guest is Kris Garner, and we really love Kris around here. He's a good friend of the show. He brought in chicken wings in a crockery for the whole crew the day that he came. That gets huge brownie points from us, and they were excellent. So thank you, Kris, for that. But also thanks, Kris, because your music has a special kind of down-home feel. Makes you feel right at home. You'll love his voice, and you'll love hearing about him and where he grew up and everything. And that's coming up right now on Moonshine and Music. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Moonshine and Music. We've got Kris Garner on today. How's it going, Kris?
Good. How are you, buddy?
Oh, man, that's a tough one. I'm feeling a little bit cold and maybe like a high fastball on the outside corner. So this show's supposed to be about you. So what's the... we put together a show here to work on getting to know artists better. And so, tell us a little bit about how you grew up.
Well, I grew up kind of out in the middle of nowhere in Paragon, Indiana, which is...
Paragon?
Yeah, Paragon, south of Martinsville. Kind of grew up, riding a four-wheeler, hanging out in the woods.
What was the school down there? Martinsville High School?
Martinsville High School, yeah.
What were your parents, what did they do growing up? Was it a farm?
No, it was just that's where they decided they wanted to live, away from everything in the world. No.
Was it a compound? Was this like David Koreshville?
Yeah, Davidian complex. No, it just we lived in town actually until I was in about 4th grade, and then they got an opportunity to kind of get a little bit of property, and so we moved out there, and I kind of switched school districts at that point, and it was a little culture shock right off the bat. Went from a place where everybody wears tennis shoes to where everybody wears cowboy boots and hiking boots. It's a little culture shock right off the bat, but I got used to it.
So what did they do for work?
My dad owned a construction company, and my mom she worked at a shipping department of a factory, and then she also worked at actually Zydeco's there in Mooresville. I don't know if you've ever been there before, but
the Cajun place.
Yeah. She was actually the head bartender there for quite a few years.
So having a little background in the Zydeco's, they do a lot of live music. Is that partially how you came to want to do live music, or?
No. I think it was just like 4th or 5th grade. I got into a talent show contest. Some friends of mine had done it the year before, and I really wanted to kind of throw my hat in the ring and see what happened. And I kind of did a rap song. And
what rap song?
It was an original rap song. It was.
You wrote an original rap?
Yes, and beatboxed. It was.
Ooh,
horrible.
Are you gonna give us some beatbox later when you perform?
No, I don't think I still have that in my repertoire anymore.
That's been removed from the set list.
Yeah, but
we want the beatbox set list. I know everybody out there wants the beatbox set list from you, Kris.
You know, it's funny because it was one of those things where when you do something like that and you kind of put it out there and it worked and people clapped and you kind of get that goosebump feeling there for just a second, you know? I mean, it's addictive. It really is, you know? And I've kind of always been that kid that wanted to like joke around and get everybody's attention, you know. A lot of people.
So did that get you in trouble in school?
I was going to say, yeah, a lot of people will tell you that it's annoying sometimes, probably, you know, but I've always kind of been that one that wanted to, you know, catch everybody's attention and have the spotlight on me. And so that's kind of how it worked as far as, you know, just my personality type, I guess. And then about the time I was about 16 years old, one of my best friends, his brother was playing guitar, and I saw that all these girls were paying attention to him. And I think it was a couple weeks later, I went out and bought my first guitar, and was like, I think I need to figure this out, you know. So
what was the first guitar?
My first guitar was a Bentley acoustic guitar, which is like the lower end of an Alvarez. That's really the only acoustic guitars I've ever owned. I had a Bentley. I've had two Alvarez acoustic electric guitars, and then now I play a Yari. So kind of stayed within the same line of guitars. Just kind of don't know anything any different, you know.
Well, you know, we're going to have to like throw a Gibson in your hand or a Martin or something like just later, just to mess with you.
I know, yeah. I've played a few other guitars, you know, and when I went to buy this last guitar I just got, I went and played everything, and then it was just like, it's not the sound I'm used to, I guess, you know. It's kind of like just a comfortability thing or something.
Well, you know, I know that when before I played guitar, I had a lot of thoughts of, you know, why do they have so many different guitars? You know, like the guy will be switching the guitar out of the show, which, you know, if you're a guitar player at all, you realize that most of the time it's just because they've got the guitar tuned differently. Yeah. And they're just quickly handing it off so you don't have to stand there while somebody tunes the whole guitar completely in a different way. But sometimes it's for tone or, you know, the feel of it or whatever. And but then once I started playing, I kind of felt like, you know, you kind of get the feel of how your guitar feels, and whenever you switch, it's kind of weird. So I'm like kind of in awe of those guys that play a lot of them.
Yeah,
is that part of it? When you were picking it, you go like, hey, it just doesn't feel the way I want it to feel.
Yeah, definitely. I actually used to play a Dreadnought, and I switched over and got a Grand Concert. And, you know, it's a thinner body. It's a kind of way like a folk guitar more. And I can't even, like, tell you, like, I've tried to play Dreadnoughts now, and I feel like I'm playing I mean, to me, it's like playing a jumbo. You know what I mean? Just because of the difference in size and everything. And now, so I bought the Yari, and I bought the same exact style, just, you know, it's made of different wood and everything. And you do notice a lot of tone difference. I played a show. My guitar was in the shop getting worked on, and I played a show with someone else's guitar, and there was nothing wrong with the guitar at all. It was a Washburn. It was a nice guitar and everything, but I literally came off of the show and was just like, man, I think that was horrible. And they were like, what do you mean? It sounded amazing. I was like, really? Because it didn't sound right to me the whole time. And it was just, you know, different tone of a guitar.
Well, the thing about that is that maybe it made you play a little sharper because you were feeling like it was a little off. So you were like really paying attention to everything.
Exactly.
And then like, so everybody out there is like, they don't even know the tone difference because they didn't hear it the other way.
Right.
And they're like, man, that was really good, you know?
Your other guitar doesn't sound that good.
Yeah. It wasn't even the guitar. It's just like you were paying more attention because you didn't like the tone of the guitar. Have you played electric ones? I mean, I notice when I grab an electric, because like I play them sometimes, and it's way thinner, but it's way heavier.
Yeah.
Right. So it's like, you know, it's like there's plenty of room, but the thing weighs like a ton. So it's like on my neck, it doesn't weigh a ton. It just weighs like 10 pounds or something.
Right,
but like compared to your, 2-pound.
Yeah, I have played a few electric guitars. Nothing really ever like regularly by any means. I've pretty much started playing acoustic guitar, and I've really never switched into, I wasn't that kid that was in a rock and roll band, and in the garage or anything with anybody in high school or anything. I just kind of, towards the end of being in high school, I bought an acoustic guitar and started playing at campfires, and I've kind of just kept that down the...
Do you like playing around the campfire? Do you play like a bunch of campfire songs, or do you have like certain things you want to, pull out, or do you like, is that when you really get to your originals? I
don't know. I've kind of... I like to play those songs where everybody gets in there and jumps in. That's the great thing about a campfire atmosphere is, if you know enough, it's Indiana right here, and so if you know enough John Mellencamp and Tom Petty songs, you'll get a crowd at a campground, but yeah, it's one of those things where, you learn all those songs that everybody knows for the longest times, and then you kind of try to fill in after that, but some people don't want to hear somebody else's songs, they want to hear the songs they know. They want it to sound like the radio, at the campfires and stuff like that. So
yeah, I've often thought that's weird that like at a campfire they want it to sound like the radio.
Yeah.
I had somebody ask me once a couple of years ago when this was a hit, can you play Blurred Lines? I'm like, no one can play Blurred Lines. And they're like, what do you mean? I'm like, it's an EDM song. Do I look like I have a computer? I have a little acoustic guitar here. It's not going to sound anything like Blurred Lines no matter what I do with it.
Yeah, that's one thing I always try to keep the crowd guessing if I'm going to throw covers into my sets. I always want to, have some really off the wall stuff that I bring out, and I'll end up playing like Wrecking Ball by Miley Cyrus or something. I play that in one of my sets.
Have you heard Parmalee's version of that, Fireball? Where they it's about Fireball whiskey. The Fireball wrecked me.
Right.
Like the thing. Yeah, you have to go find that.
I have to check that out.
Nice plug for Parmalee right there, by the way, guys. Any old way, the. We've geeked out about guitar stuff, but in terms of your songwriting, where do you get some of the ideas for those?
I feel like I try to be a storyteller. I try to, but it's on true events. I write about experiences, and they're probably going to be more or less, they're going to be fictitious by the time I get done writing the song, but it's going to take influences by, things that happen in my life. I write about just everything. I've had a song about it's called Average Joe, where I feel like it's a song
I like that name.
Yeah, where people kind of see a guy standing up on a stage, and it was really a song that I wrote about playing a lot of, shows with people's backs to you. They say that's when you pay your dues, or whatever. I always make a joke, and I was like, I played a show where I had 3 old guys watching Sports Center and a drunk couple getting close to second base, in the corner, and it's 1:00 in the morning on a Wednesday night, and so that's where that's where that song came from. I wrote a song, it's called Castle, and it's kind of about like the experiences I've had a lot of friends that have had a lot of problems with drinking and driving and things like that, and I've lost people in my life to drinking and driving, and that's what that is kind of about. I just kind of like I said, you pick things from different points in your life that because how the heck else do I know how to write? And in my opinion, I write about what I know.
So we talked about your younger life. You have a family.
Yeah.
You're married and...
Yeah, married. I have 2 kids, a little boy, little girl, Cassius, Caroline.
Yeah, how old are they?
8 and 6.
8 and 6, fun ages.
Yeah.
You've gotten past the, can't sleep all night thing. And,
yeah. They're somewhat self-sufficient. There's not a whole lot of wiping butts in my house or anything by any means. So
thank God for that. That's the worst part.
That's good. Yeah.
Are they musical?
Yeah, they both play piano. They take piano lessons, and they like to sing. They like music a lot. I try to push things towards them as like things that I grew up with, songs that I love, and just kind of bounce ideas off of them. They do not really think that I'm cool when I play guitar by any means. So
you haven't reached the status of, say, Tom Petty in their eyes?
By no means. Like when I play a cafe show or a coffee shop show and they can go to it, they normally pick other things or try to find their friends that are available for them to go and hang out with, even though they could come. Dad's not cool. Dads aren't cool, I guess,
I here's for the uncool dads is what I think. So when you've got a lot of original music. Do you have a record coming up or anything you're working on?
Well, I have about 7 songs right now that I've been working through, and I have about 2 or 3 more ideas I want to go with, and I'd kind of like to release something that's maybe 5 or 7 songs, and just kind of
like an EP.
Yeah, maybe have a few ideas for the next idea, but I kind of want to get and kind of go through those and see where it all pans out at the end of that.
So you're going to do something acoustic, or are you going to bring together like a band for it, or?
I might have a few people accompany me in it, but yeah, it'd probably be more like an acoustic thing. Maybe some light drums or a djembe or something, and then probably lead guitar.
Oh, that's nice. So what song, you going to do some originals for us today?
Yeah, I have a couple I'm going to do. I'll probably do the Average Joe and Castle, and then I have another song called Happy End. I have another song. I've just kind of written it. I've been kicking it around. I brought it with me. I actually brought it on paper just because I don't know it all that well yet. It's that new. It's called Poked His Soul. I think I've only played it a few times. I played it at an open mic the other night and kind of got a good reaction from it. So thought I might bring that. I know. I don't know how long we'll have as far as playing through those songs, but we'll see there.
All right, man. Well, we'll have 15 to 20.
Yeah.
And but let's get to that. I'm anxious to hear some music. It's enough talking.
All right, man.
Thanks for being on the show. We really appreciate having you.
Thanks, Joe. I appreciate it.
Next week on Moonshine and Music, Eric Pettigo is in the studio. He's going to bring us his special brand of folk rock music, and you'll get to hear something that sounds kind of like this.
I'll carry a parachute to catch me when I fall, as I hold on to my divinity. Oh, I'll carry a parachute to catch me when I fall, as I hold on to you, to you.
Life sure ain't easy, but there's people and places and things. He lost his dreams to his fears when he gave up on life, it seems. His family misses him, but he pushed them so far away. She couldn't love him no more, so she packed up and left today. He poked his soul today and threw caution into the wind. Rolled the dice on a temporary fix, and it finally did him in. Tried forgetting his problems and his troubled mind, but today he poked his soul walking down the street, looking for a place to score. Just looking to fill the hole in his heart, 'cause it's so damn sore. He gets out fixed and he tells himself it's the last time. He falls back into his chair as he lets out a final sigh. He poked his soul today and threw caution into the wind. Rolled the dice on a temporary fix and it finally did him in. Tried forgetting his problems and ease his troubled mind, but today he poked his soul one last time. That little boy will never know. He's too young to understand. He lost his daddy today to a sickness that's plaguing man. One day they'll tell him how his daddy, he loved him so. And all them bad things, thank God he'll never have to know. He poked his soul today and threw caution into the wind. Rolled the dice on a temporary fix and it finally did him in. Tried forgetting his problems and ease his troubled mind, but today he poked his soul one last time. And today he poked his soul one last time. All right, this next song is called Happy End. If it ain't hard, then it ain't easy. right. This next song is called, let's see, let's do Castle next. This song's called Castle, also known as Jackie's Song. Chick out there dancing, the pink cowboy boots on. Too many towns without enough friends, too little healing, so many damn sins. I just wish I could fall asleep with you in my arms. I would have built you a castle, baby, so they say, out of the whiskey bottles that drove you away. I would have built you a castle, baby, so they say, out of the whiskey bottle that drove you away. We was two kids having fun, karaoke night down at the Legion. Remember I sang Pussy Control to them rednecks' dismay. Hit Me With Your Best Shot was your go-to song. We was ordering doubles, thinking we'd do no wrong, and old Johnny Walker'd be proud of her lavish display. So they say, out of the whiskey bottles that drove you away. I would have built you a castle, baby. So they say, out of the whiskey bottle that drove you away. I offered you a ride and you said you're fine. Somebody have to be at work by 9, but I didn't agree. Said whatever, stormed off on my way. Been there before and I know you've been there too, but I never ever thought that's the last time I'd ever saw you. I never ever thought that's all for your last days. I would have built you a castle, baby, so they say, out of the whiskey bottles and drove you away. I would have built you a castle, baby, so they say, out of the whiskey bottle and drove you away. Out of the whiskey bottle that took my love away. All right, I think I got one more for you then. It's called Average Joe. Distant walls are coming closer. All the pounds that come to
Garner. Very, very nice, my friend. And I want to also thank Brent Smith, because he provides us with the garage every week here on Moonshine and Music. And he's also going to be the host for the June 30th program, where we have 9 of these filmed right in a row. It'll take 9 weeks for us to put them together and show them to you. However, we will film them all in one day, and you can come there and watch all 9 episodes live. So go check moonshineandmusic.com for that information. Now, also, we want to thank our partner, Eat New Media. Go to eatnewmedia.com, and if you need a video done for any purpose, you can go there and get a quote on getting that done, and the guys at Eat New Media will be glad to help you out with a very professionally done video, and they'll help you work on your branding or whatever you need to work on. So go to eatnewmedia.com for that. I also want to thank all of you for joining us through these 11 episodes. Please go watch the back episodes. Check them out. They're all out there. And if you're listening on iTunes and Podbean, you can find all the back episodes there as well. Please leave us some comments. Be sure to subscribe to the program. And I want to thank you once again for joining us here on Moonshine and Music. Moonshine and Music is a presentation of Eat New Media in association with Notlehs Entertainment. Producers for today's program are Brandon Lay and Joe Shelton. Be sure to join us next time on Moonshine and Music.